Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on the TerraScape realm. In today's episode, I have a few projects I want to work on. The first and biggest being the area behind me where I live. And I know you're probably thinking, I don't see a house anywhere. All I see is a big ravine and some industrial farms. Well, that is because after I left my starting house, I found this ravine and decided I loved it so much that I would make it into my base. I've definitely started to transform this place, and it's really starting to look amazing. But I don't really have anywhere inside it to call home. This is where I live. I've kept my nice little bed here, a bunch of chests with a whole lot of random junk in it, and a nowhere complete storage system. I would love for this place to have a huge sorting system in it. And seeing as I have nowhere near enough iron, I don't think that's something I'll be able to do in today's episode. But I would at least like to get everything nice and organized. Okay, so I've got everything labeled, and I'm not sure that it's going to stay like this once I get the sorting system in. But I've got all my wood here. And then I've got like my dirt and grass, and it comes across to my stone. I've got all my building blocks and everything on this side. Then if you look over here, I have like all my redstone components. And then like my gunpowder and rockets. And then I have all my dyes. Then I have like a section for each type of food. And then I have a couple of sections for like sugarcane, kelp, bamboo, cactus, because there's just so much of it coming from my farms. Minus the kelp. I actually haven't started the kelp farm yet. I don't know how massive that is going to be. And then I've got a little spot for all the saplings. And then I've got this spot here for all my light sources. And then I've just kind of got like extra stuff on the end here. And then this whole section I'm going to use as like an overflow for like my non-stackable items and, you know, anything that just won't fit in these chests. Now, I've got to go through all of these chests and all of my shulker boxes, which are just full of random stuff as well. I think I'd like to have my valuables here in the middle. Don't know if I'm going to have to get rid of this pyramid or not, though. I'm thinking like have it here in the middle and then have some kind of like redstone contraption keeping it safe. And then maybe I can even like have these come down the stairs on each side? I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So it's been like 3 days since the last clip. It took me a lot longer than expected. I put all these item frames on there, which look really, really cool. Much better than the signs do. But once I actually started moving everything in here, it took a while. Because, I mean, I cleared this hallway out pretty quickly with all the chests and stuff in there. But then once I started going around the world and moving all my stuff from chests that were just lying around, it took a while. And I ended up with quite a few chests, and most of these were pretty full. Let me tell you, I feel 1,000 times better knowing that everything I have is in this room, plus this llama. But now that everything's in here, I want to move on to the main point of today's episode, which is to transform the area around this ravine. Alright, let's start with the trees on this side of the ravine. Probably just gonna cut them down to where the river is. I think that's best. Alright, time to transform this place. I've got my camera account up there on the ledge, so you can see it from both points of view. And I guess I want to start by putting the pathways in. Yeah. So I deleted a lot of the clips, because to be honest, who wants to watch me make paths for 10 minutes? And I figured instead of playing music over it this time, I would actually kind of talk about what I want in this area. So I do know that I want to put in a lot of custom trees and I want to put in a lot of custom buildings, but I still haven't found something to make it overall unique. And so I'm kind of reaching out, see what you guys think. What kind of ideas and stuff do you think that would look really good in this area? I do know I want a lot of big buildings surrounding my farms, like my bamboo farm and my cactus farm and the slime farm. Anything else I put over there, I really want to kind of turn that area into like the bigger city. And then more I look at it, the more I'm thinking maybe I should fence this whole thing in and make it like a big closed off like castle area. Well, not castle area, but more like medieval town. I don't know though. It feels like it's going to be kind of one of those things that the further I get into it, the more I'm going to know what I want. And I definitely think that seeing other people's points of view of it might really, really help. I could even bring some villagers over here and put them in the houses once they are complete and kind of just make it look more lively. Because I definitely want the ravine to be kind of the centerpiece of the area, but I don't want it to be the only thing going on. I want people to walk over here and be like, whoa. I also think it would be really cool if the other members of the realm could make like little vacation homes here. And so when they're not at their base and they're down here, they have a place to like leave their stuff and stay. It may also help with transitioning new members into the realm. So when they're first like trying to build their place or whatever and trying to find the place to live and they need somewhere to stay, they can stay over here in the town. So I'm thinking I want to build my actual house on top of the mountains over there by the farms, but overlooking the ravine and the whole area where all the paths are and the town's going to be. I do have two neighbors on either side of the spot that I was thinking about building the house, but I think they're far enough away that it's not going to interfere with any of their builds, and then I could build paths between our places, and that might turn out really cool. It would make a really good opportunity to put in like a hidden bubble elevator to shoot me up to the top, and honestly, anytime I get to build a bubble elevator, I'm down for it. Not to mention, I'd probably use a lot less rockets because I could just kind of glide off the top of there to get to wherever I need. Something about just having the paths in this area though really make it look a whole lot better already. And I think once the area is lit up, it's going to look really, really cool. The lighting's actually the next thing I'm going to do in today's video, but I don't think I'm going to do that in another time lapse just because I'm not sure how I'm going to light it up. I'm not sure if I want to use lanterns or if I want to use torches under bushes. I don't know how I'm going to go about it yet. I'm wondering even if I should light the place up temporarily for now, and then when I go back to put the custom trees in, if I want to put lanterns in the trees, I think that would be a really cool effect. I just had a thought that I should go ahead and put the bridges in along the pathways, because right now it doesn't look very good with the stone bridge across the ravine. So let's go put those in now, and then I'll do the lighting off camera, and I'll probably go ahead and do the lighting in the shopping district too, because it's pretty dark over there. And then after that's done, we can start the next project for today, which honestly I'm kind of dreading. So it's been a while since I last recorded. I've been working a lot, and I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera when I have been home because I haven't had a whole lot of time to record or anything like that. I did get all the torches in, and it does make it look a lot brighter around here. The grass areas are still pretty dark, and so I may do something about that sometime. I'm not sure. I also did get this bridge in, which I think it looks really, really cool. This was I can't say her name. This was Starburst's idea, actually. She was like, why don't you use fireplaces to make like a really cool rope bridge? And I really couldn't get like a rope bridge look out of it, but I do think that this looks pretty good, and I think I'm gonna use this type of bridge kind of all around. Matches the spruce in the cave and everything like that. Because I was pretty exhausted this week, I was trying to find something mindless to do when I got home from work, and so I picked a spot on the mountain where I kind of want to build my house or castle, and I started chopping it down, and I just kept going lower and lower and lower because I just didn't think that it was enough space, like length and width wise. But I think this is pretty good, and you can still see over into over the ravine and everything pretty decently, and you'll definitely get a better view once it's built up and you can kind of look over off the top of the building. I have no clue what kind of building I'm going to put here though. I guess I'll have to do some testing on that. I don't know. So I went ahead and put a path connecting this area to the shopping district. And I also went ahead and put in the lights over here. Well, some of them anyways. It's a pretty big area, and I'm definitely going to need a lot of help doing this area. But I kind of got started with it, and I started off with just the torches under the bushes, and it kind of looks awful, to be honest. I wanted this many, though, so it would be nice and lit up, but it doesn't look good. And so I was thinking that I would do something like this. I would put the torches under the bushes and then put carpet over it. That's going to take a lot of carpet though. A whole lot more than I have. And I mean, I've got a pretty good amount over here. And I've got a pretty good amount of green dye too. But I think this is going to be one of the first community projects maybe that I can put up in the town hall. So everybody can pitch in, help if they want to, or at least donate supplies if they want to. Alright, so I put up 2 community project boards. The first one being to light up the shopping district, and I put the donation bins over here and just kind of put some, kind of what I was looking for, the supplies and everything I needed. And then I put this personal request board up, so people can come and, you know, just ask other players to help them with personal projects, and I guess pay them if they want to. And then on the second community board is something else that we have to do today, which is to start on the new nether hub. It's going to be massive, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to make a lot of progress on today, but I do want to get the outline of it done so everybody else kind of knows where to start and work on it. So earlier in the video, I was thinking I was going to dread working on the nether hub, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Especially with a lot more people helping. It was just pretty bad beforehand because it was all the tunnels over the lava and everything was such a pain in the butt, and I don't think we're going to have to do any of that with the new nether hub. If you take a look in here, you can see that this is pretty crazy. Now this was before I knew there was a lot of space in the ceiling of the nether that I could build a pretty big nether hub out of, and so we were just building tunnels between places, and this tunnel took ages. I mean, it was just me and one other person working on it at that time, so it was pretty fantastic. We were so happy to have it done, but it's time to move on from it and to work on making a better one, and I think it'll be a lot more efficient than this one is for sure. So I'm back out here because before I start anything, I need to get the coordinates of this portal frame. And then I also need to go ahead and take my elytra off and everything because I'm gonna lose it. If I go in there with it on, it's gone for. So I'm gonna take that off and I'm gonna put on some decent gear, but not the best gear I have on. Okay, so I've moved the portal to its new location, and the main point is that its Y value is at 110 because it's just about 10 below the bedrock ceiling, and it's pretty far into the like ceiling above the nether part. Did that make sense? Does it make sense? But that should make it to where I can just mine and keep mining and mining and mining. And I'll run into lava pockets, but I shouldn't fall to my death into a pool of lava. And hopefully I won't run into any gas. I want to see if I can get a few hands to help me kick this off. I know I need to connect it up to the old nether hub, which is pretty much just below it. But I need to make a pretty decent tunnel. So that way anybody who's using it and doesn't know about the nether hub project being moved around and stuff like that, it's not going to go through this portal and be like, where am I? And then I guess after that I need to like make the outline of how big we want the area to be. I think it's going to be pretty massive. I think having it go all the way up to the bedrock ceiling would look pretty cool. And then hello. Looks like I have some hands after all. Okay, so I've got someone helping me start this off. And I think the first thing I need to do is kind of build my way up to the ceiling block right here. Yeah. So we're going to have it end. We're gonna have the bedrock showing as the ceiling. After thinking about it, I was being very unrealistic in thinking that I was gonna have the tunnel go 1,000 blocks in each direction, as tall as it was gonna be. So I think 100 blocks in each direction is pretty doable. And I think it would look really cool. It'd be a nice big open room that we can all kind of centralize in and stuff like that. But I don't know what I was thinking with 1,000 blocks. It's just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I've got some builds way out there, but we can make tunnel offshoots for that. Okay, so I have dug out a perimeter that is 100 blocks in each direction from the portal. Now it's going to be really huge, but it should make a nice open space where we can fly between portals and build stuff inside the nether with it still being nice and protected. I can't work on this anymore tonight because I am exhausted, but I'm going to work on it some more tomorrow and I will see y'all then. It is a new day and I've been working for most of it, but I'm ready to make some progress on this and finish off this episode. I've got 3 pickaxes ready to go, and I was actually thinking while I was at work today that instead of spending a lot of time on this each episode, I think I'll do just a little snippet of me working on the nether hub, and then we'll work on the main stuff for the episode. So that way I'm not spending too much time on it, but you can still see the progress being made. I've already been thinking about what I want to do for the next episode. I need to get some farms going, mainly an iron farm and a guardian farm, but I'm not sure which of those two I want to do. And then I want to make a mini game for Halloween. It's going to be kind of like a pumpkin patch, but with a little twist to it, and I really hope the other members of the realm enjoy it. And then besides that, I don't know what else I'm going to do. So let me know down in the comments what you think I should do, and then maybe it'll spark some inspiration. You know what I mean. So all my picks are just about broken, and I've spent maybe about 4 hours working on this today. I've had a few members of the realm help me out and stuff, but we've made a lot of progress. Now this is just the first layer though. We've got to go down to 110. But look how much space there is going to be. And this is so easy to mine with this netherrack. It's so easy to cut through. So like I was saying earlier, I'm going to be working on this a little bit each episode until it's completely done. But that's actually all I have for this episode. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more from the TerraScape realm, please subscribe.